Hello and welcome to the Talk with Tariro. Today my co-host Alisa is not with us due to circumstances beyond her control, but definitely on the next episode she will be here with us. We are looking at the issue of child marriages. When we're looking at child marriages, it's an issue of concern for us as Zimbabweans. It's an issue that's being addressed at African Union level, and this is not the first time that we have spoken about this issue, but because of the advocates' efforts that we have done, but still we continue witnessing the challenge. We need to continue making noise until we get to a situation where we are saying we have zero cases of child marriages, as well as getting to zero tolerance of child marriages. Helping me to discuss this issue, we have Ruvimbo Topodzi. Ruvimbo is a child marriage survivor after getting married at 15. So she will share with us her story and the work that she's doing in our communities to make sure that we have an end to child marriages. Ruvimbo, welcome to the talk.
Thank you very much, madam.
Yes. Could you share with us your journey, how you got married at 15, were you married off, what exactly happened?
Okay, thank you so much. I was married at the age of 15. That was in 2012, if I still remember, because it was a long time ago. My father saw me walking with a boy from school, so we're passing by his workplace. And then, as you know, when a father saws his child, a girl child, walking with a boy, obviously you would react, because at that time vanababa vedu, you know zvawaita. Yes, so you got home first, and then I got home, and then he was angry, and then he chased me away, saying you should go back to where you are coming from. I saw you walking with a boy, so you're no longer a child, you're not doing your books, you're now chasing after men. I tried to explain to him what was happening. The boy was asking me out to be his girlfriend, but I didn't want to be his girlfriend because I know I was still doing my Form 3. So he didn't listen to me, and then he chased me away from home. And then I went with my auntie, one of my auntie. She was told to take me back to where I was coming from. So I showed her the boy that I was with. Unfortunately, the boy was very happy because, as you know, he wanted me to be his girlfriend, but he was saying, yeah, now and now I have a wife. And I was like, you know what, I'm not happy with this. I didn't have any choice. I didn't have anyone to talk to. Even if to think that I should go and report the case to the police, I didn't have the thing to, I didn't have the guts to do so, because I was still a child. 15, you won't think you'd be just a girl doing her chores at house and everything. So I went there. That night I was someone's wife. It was so painful.
Someone was
yes, so I told you so that by that time when I went there with my auntie, the mother said, no, you're still a child, maybe you can wait until you write your exams, your O-level exams. And then I said, what you're saying is okay, but let's go and talk to my father. And then we went back, but my father didn't listen. He was shouting, he was angry. You know what, I don't want to see her here. You take care whether you're going achazoenda kuchikoro, achazoita sei, ina sina basa naye, ato mwana wenyu ngagari koko poza kuita zvavarume. And I was like, no. I tried by all means to talk to him, to explain what was happening, but he couldn't listen to me. So but that's okay, kumbakuya, and ndangadato maiwe musha by that night.
How was the experience? You know, your case, it's the difference is it's somebody aikunyenga,
yes,
and you ngadana ninaye.
Yes.
How were you tormented with that?
It tormented me very much until now, because talking about the stories, it's like but I've moved on. I've managed to move on. I've managed to take another step, because from being a child bride to someone who is now advocating about child marriages, ending child marriages, the experience that I had is not what I want someone to experience it, because nowadays
that's where we want to know. Could after we see our first day, how did you survive and for how long?
You know, ndasiwa ndako, you know, it obviously the main akatodzawira musikana ndapiwa mukadzi, we had to have the sex the right night iyoyo. So inini I didn't want, but nekuda kwekuti ndo zvatopo baba vatondidzinga kumba saka ndoenda kupi hakuna kwandichaenda, and we had to do it. And then we stayed together for 3 months ndisina nhumbu. Then after 3 months I got pregnant. But in this marriage, Tairowa, sometimes I could sleep without eating when I was pregnant. You know, sometimes I could struggle kuti mwana nditengere manapkin for preparation. Yes, he managed to give me mari yekunonyoresa, but the life was hard because kuti uiwane mari yacho, sometimes you'll be beaten kuti ibude mari yacho tanga watorowa. And also, you know, uri mwana 15-year-old who is now pregnant, hauna kujaira kunge uchimuka as early as 5. I was used to wake up at 8 a.m. like takumuka ndakuchaira mba ndosiya ndosvika maplace, then I go to school. You know, all the work inenge yakunzi now murora apo, expected to be a murora, a full murora, of which you don't know anything.
You are young.
Yes, you are young. So I was forced to do some of the things that wasn't for my age, but zvevanhu vakuru. But I had to adapt to the situation because I was now someone's wife. So we stayed together until in 2013. That is when this one day came, akandirova, and then vanga vazoya kuzorora zvavo. Then bandirova bandaenda kuna baba ndakazvimba. Baba wona ndazvimba ndikuramba ndichingorowa. You know, I've been coming reporting these cases kuna mama wakufonera kudzaita mwana ari kuyachicomplaina kuti ari kurohwa nemurume. Baba kuti mwana ngashingirire zvinoitika mudzimba, so ngashingire. So this day came and he said, you know what, when you say you don't want to stay with this man, it's okay, you can come back home. Then that was 2013. Then I went back home. My son was 9 months. Then I started staying with him. But that is when I thought, no, this is not right for me. Because when I was at school, when I was doing my Form 3, so many girls vaingoitwa nhumbu when they were Form 3, and then vakutororwa. So it came as something chakandimutsa from there, kuti no, this is not what we should do. This is not what girls should do with their lives. Just be pregnant and think they can be someone's wife any day at any time. So I started an organization there. It wasn't registered yet, but in my mind I had it that I should do something about child marriages.
Okay, yeah, that's Ruvimbo's story, getting married at 15. And if we look at our laws, that's actually statutory rape. Yes. Somebody was supposed to go to prison. We will continue with this story, but get more into the work that also she is now doing in her efforts and quest to end child marriages in our country.
Vamwene vangu wanted me to go back to school, but my husband didn't want me to go back to school. I don't know why. I don't know the reason. But to me, I wanted to finish my ordinary level. But unfortunately, because you know, when the society inenge yakutaura kuti warorwa, saka there's no way you can go back to school, and zvinotonyadzisa kunge wakunzwa kuenda kuchikora, and as well as kuchikora kwacho with your colleagues vanenge vakutokunyarirwa saka vanenge vakutaura kuti hapasisina space yako parapa. So I had to stay indoors and be a housewife. But being a housewife without asina kudzidza zvinhu zvakandikanganisa, because I couldn't sustain myself. I couldn't get a job. I couldn't do anything, because you know our country cannot out it basa unotofana go on ordinary level. So I didn't have anything. So I was just a housewife. Yes.
And maybe I would want to find out, we know with a woman's biological makeup, you know, when you are young, at 15, maybe you had your baby at 16.
Yes,
you were now 16.
Yeah, I was now 16.
Yeah, but still you have not biologically developed. How was that experience?
It was hard for me. Very, very. By that time, pandakazoenda unozvara hangu, it was something which it was new. But you know, when you're young, hauna zvauri kuziva zvakawanda within your body kuti iri kuita sei. You don't have any idea of what will be happening. But you know, with the society nobva yakushingisa kuti no, ndo zvinoita vakadzi kana mimba ikarwadza, so noziya chii ndo zvazvinoita, saka you have to shingirira. So the word rekuti kushingirira iri riri kuti kuvadza.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. And saka wakazoita mwana, was it a normal delivery? Kuchengeta mwana uri mwana zvakafamba sei?
Yeah, it was a normal delivery, but with the society, like what I was saying with my mother, with vanamwene, they were older, and they would tell you kuti mwana anobatwa so iwe uchiri mwana, you don't know anything. It's like you have people vari padhuze, but what is about kune mwana asina mubereki ari padhuze, anokwanisa kuhandla here mwana ari mwana haakwanisi kuzviita because she is still young. But inini I had people vanga varipo, but besides having those people on my side, it was something that traumatized me, and still it does, because I had vowed kuti I want to be a nurse. Kana ndakura I want to be a nurse, and I had seen kuti ndatoo nurse, but came Form 3, my dream was shattered. So it was something that disturbed me very much. Yes.
Saka wakazoita chii kuti iwewe uti this is the tipping point andichadi ndakusiya, because now you are a survivor. Wakazoizvikabisa sei?
Kusiya kwandakaita was kunyanyorohwa kwandaita, because ndairohwa so sure. I could show you my scars, but ndairohwa. And then ndopandakabva ndati I have to leave this marriage, because this is not for me. Vanamai vangu vairohwa, vanambuya vangu vachirohwa, I have to be the same. No, I can't. I have to move on. And then that is when I met my organizations, and like I met my organizations that were fighting to end my child marriages in 2014. Then in 2015 we filed our court case to the Constitution of Zimbabwe. And then in 2016, Dopatakazo, when they were saying no child should be married at the age of before the age of 18, and we were very happy by that. But by then, inini kumashuro, I had in my mind, no, I have to form an organization that is fighting for the girls, because Form 3, and which is not right, because there is a life after the ordinary level. You can go to A level, you can go to the university, but at that time, yato achievement.
Iwewe ne umwe wako mamuri 2 handiti?
Yes, we were 2.
Makaenda pamepu yekuti muti Zimbabwe. Ndanchida kuti tizozvitaura zvedu later on, but kuti Ruvimbo, as much as she's a child marriage survivor, ndo vakaita vana vechidiki vasikana vaviri vakaita kuti isusu senyika tinge tine that act. It's an act, handiti?
Yes.
Yatina an act of parliament inoprohibita child marriages. So imimi from that time yekuti makamanager kuti titi at police level case ya recognizwa, AU level case zvavepo zvese izvozvo, as a country, yes, we are saying no to child marriages. Are we seeing any change in the community?
We are not seeing any change, because recently I was reading this article that was saying we have about 20,000 young girls who were married off, who were impregnated during the COVID-19 era. And unfortunately, 20,000, I can imagine, vana vedu wa 20,000 takanzi vaenda kuchikora, they've passed tantine manesi madoctor mangani maloya mangani pa 20,000, but no, now we have vanamai vagara mumba vasina kudzidza vasina kupedza chikoro, because you can see from grade 7 to Form 4 avanotosvika Form 4 yacho, grade 7 yacho havana kutonyora, and vato vanamai. Saka we can see there is no change. And recently we have this marriage bill that was passed in the parliament. We are so happy about it, but it seems like people don't know anything zvachiri kutaura nezvazvo chibill ichi, because when I'm hearing people varongoti vati vakadzi vakutopiwa mahara, but unfortunately no. That's not it. Hatisi kupiwa mahara. You need to understand, people havasi kuziya when it comes to mabills ari kuiswa, vari kungonzwa zviri pamusoro obva vatoti zvatopera, but people should go deeper and read those things and understand where we are coming from and where we are going. Yes.
I'm actually quite happy that you spoke about this child marriages bill. No, and we will make an effort to have the legal minds to actually come even next time and unpack it for us. Because a lot of things that are coming up. Join us after the break. We will continue with our discussion. The Talk with Tariro continues, and we are looking at the issue of child marriages, where on the show we have Ruvimbo, who is a child marriage survivor. So Ruvimbo, with the organization, the advocacy work that you are now doing, could you share with us what exactly are you doing and what are your successes?
The organization is called Topodzi Foundation. I named it after the court case ruling, but unfortunately it is called, my name is being held as Ruvimbo Topodzi, but it's Ruvimbo Topodzi. So we are fighting to end child marriages, as I was a survivor and the experience that I went through, and also those are the same experience that the other children, the other girls are having, experiencing. So we are doing community dialogues with the parents, community leaders, and the children as well, so that they can share the solutions to end child marriages atikusangana now. Because without the both parties, vabereki nevana, we are not going anywhere. Because tikada kungotaura tingoti vaskana. What about the parents? Role yavari kuplay and day. Because
I was looking at fact for you to repeat the marriage
yes.
It was baba.
Yes. So we need to vagadzika apa baba amai vana vaskana votaura vabereki vanzwisise vana vavo, because at point kune kwekutoti inini pandaitaura nababa havana kundinzwisisa. So vabereki vedu vanotiratidza kuti havatombotinzwi kana tikada kutaura, but we are trying kuti izvozvo zvigadziriswe, vabereki vanzwe vana zvavari kutaura. Because you know what, umwe anorepwa kuchikora nditi, then ouya atone nhumbu makutongomudzinga kuti enda kumurume wako, hamuna kuziva kuti chii chiri kuitika. Nzwisisai mwana wenyu kana achikutaura kuti no, there is a situation that is happening to me, ndiri kunyara kukuudzai, but panozobuda maresult imimi hamuchakwanise kumubatsira, but makutomudzinga pamusha. So we are trying kuti vabereki vatinzwisise when it comes to child marriage. Vari kunzwisisa
that you are doing. Ungati une success stories here kuti after taita basa rakati nerakati izvi zvakati nezvakati zvashanduka munharaunda medu.
Yes, tine vabereki vatakagara navo pasi tikataura navo. Vari kunzwisisa, vabereki vanoratidza kunzwisisa, because we had a case here mwana akarepwa with a boy, and then vabereki vacho, you know, havana kuzomudzinga because mwana akazotaura kuti nekuti nhumbi yakazoonekwa mwana akutozvarwa, and then vatozvara mwana, then vakazobvunza kuti ko wangosiri kutiudza kuti une nhumbu zvikanzi ndaitya. So havana kuzokwanisa kumurova, havana kukwanisa kumuita anything, but vakatogara naye pasi kuti vachinzwisisa kuti munhu achaita nyaya iyi ndiani, and we had to go and report the case kuti mwana abatsirike. So machanges aripo within our community, but we need to go further, because without the community one chete, so many child marriages are happening, especially the Marange area. Iri kunyanyotirwadza because of the Anna Machaya case. And zvikuramba zvichiitika.
Yapapiko case here?
I'm not sure kuti yapapi hangu, but zvikuramba zvichiitika because kune vamwe vari kuramba vachiroorwa mashure maAnna macho. Saka it's like we are not going anywhere, but we are trying our best as CSOs. Yes.
Muri kumboshanda here nevamwe vekunze? Because we know like muno muAfrica titori na goodwill ambassador muno muZimbabwe we ending child marriage.
Yes, amainyara
dzekumbozvanda. Saka tiri kuti muri kumboshanda nevanhu vari kunze here kana takakombeya Zimbabwe nedzimwe nyika? How are we faring panyaya ending child marriage?
Tiri kushanda nevamwe, but within nenyaya yekuti the ruling yanga isati yavapo yemarriage, saka vanhu vanga vachingoita zvavanoda nekuda kwekuti mutemo wangu asati wapo, but nekuda kwekuti mutemo uri kugadzirwa chasara ndichokungoti usainwe. Saka the moment our president will sign that bill, definitely will catch up the perpetrators. And zveshuwa mutongo uripo nekuti muri kuabuse vana and muri kukanganisa upenyu hwevana. Vamwe vedu vekunze kwenyika vari kushanda nesu ende tiri kushanda navo, but with the cases that are arising, it is very difficult for us to work zvekutoti titonyatsoti we are eradicating child marriages. Yes.
And toda kutarisa isusu nyaya gender based violence.
Okay, with the cases of gender based violence, so many cases are happening. Madzimai ari kurohwa, and also as well as madzimai ari kurohwa arume. But we are trying to advocate on that issue, raising awareness kuti mhirizhonga mudzimba haina kunaka. Like what?
Uri mwana mudiki mhirizhonga ichiitika kwauri, unokwanisa kumira here?
Haukwanisi kumira, but
like zvawaka experience iwewe.
Umwe akwanise kumira, anotongoramba ari mazve. Like we have a case of a young woman ari kurohwa nemurume, but haasi kukwanisa kubuda kuti aripoti. because kunzi the word rekuti shingirira ndo rikukuvadza madzimai mazhinji because ringonzi shingirira ndo zvinoita dzimba like our tetes zvava vairohwa vari kumashuro kana gogo vairohwa. So the word ringonzi shingirira is something that is not good for the women because tiri kuramba chingoshingira tichirohwa, and inini I had to stand my ground kuti no, this is not what I want. Andingarambe ndichirohwa ko ndo life here yekuramba uchingorohwa is life. Kondokuvarirei when I have another life, then I had to move on. But the best part is ndakatozoenda ndikanonyora my ordinary level with an organization. Ndakazononyora with an organization yakazondibatsira inonzi Holding Hands, yakazondibatsira, and I went back to school and I wrote my ordinary level. So I was in the progress of building the mansion yangu your organization so that we can move continue my education, then helping the girl child, because pasina kuvabatsira vana hapana kwatiri kuenda because varamba vachingororwa and vari kuona kunge marriage is an achievement when it is not. Yes.
Ipapo ndo pamwe pandachida kutaura pekuti tine pamwe pokuti vana vanomanikidzwa, but tine pamwe pekuti mwana anotofunga kuti ndizvo zvandiri kuita.
Yes.
Yet rape iri kuitika.
Yes.
Tingazviite sei mukuona kwako kuti tisvike paipo kuti vana vange vachitonzwisisa kuti chero kunyange mhuri yangu iri kundiudza kuti ndo zvinoita, kunyange chitendero changu chiri kundiudza kuti ndizvo zvinoitwa, but hazvisizvo, zviri kukuwadza upenyu hwako. Tingazvigadzirise sei ipapo pekuti tiadrese maybe macultural values, traditional religious beliefs ekuti mwana anotokura achifunga kuti ndizvo, yeti zvinhu zvisindori pamutemo.
Okay, vana vedu vanoenda kuchikoro, right? So what I had in mind was to get into schools, talk to the girls, voziva. Kuti when it comes to those issues like a religion that is saying you should be married at this age, they should come to my CSOs. Maybe a setup yepachikoro yekuti they have a club yekuti vana vasikana vanoenda nezvichemo zvavo vachitaura, because some of the schools variko ma-counselors but vamwe vacho vari kutoignore vana. But we need them kuti vamire nevana vasikana, because mwana kumbowa kuzveshuwa anenge achikudzwa neche chinomudza kuti iwe ukasvika pa12 years unenge waibva. Saka mwana iyeye the moment yaakutoudzwa unzi akuprepare wanzi akunororwa anofanira kumhanya chinotaura, then they should alert us and then we come and help that child, because tikasadaro sema-CSOs hapana kwatiri kuenda. We have to help these children because vari kurodzwa ende zveshuwa vari kurodzwa and we have to be there.
What is your final message to Zimbabweans in terms of us ending child marriage?
Let's fight my child marriages, number one. Number two, to the girl child, marriage is not an achievement. Endai kuchikoro vana mudzidze muve vamwe vanhu pamusoro pechirwere ichi chinonzi child marriage, because hachina kunaka. You cannot be married uchiri mwana. It's so hard kungochibereka mwana iwe uri mwana. Yes.
Yes, need I even say more or add more? Let's fight child marriages. We want to have a complete end to child marriages. And vana vechikoro manzwa from one of your own hands, endai kuchikoro. Marriage is not an achievement. Let it happen at the right time. Until we meet again next week, it's goodbye.